So, sorry about that. Just had to clear my throat. But like, I'm starting a new series on this game called a country just goes berserk and kills everyone. I mean, that's not good. Obviously, that's not the name of the video. I'm just gonna say, I don't know what to call it yet though. But like, yeah. Still need to decide the name of the vid though. I would say the most obvious starting country would be Ireland, but like, EU. But no, that's an economical alliance, not a military alliance, so literally no one cares. Also, I'm starting to become a bit of an Aegis Pro fan at this point, but like, just like Aegis Pro's war videos, if one country just attacks everyone, NATO, EU, UN, all that's just collapsed. I don't know why EU would be collapsed unless it's a military alliance. I don't think it is. Anyway, they're basically stuck. They have no more land borders other than like Spain, Cyprus, but they don't show up on the map, so can't really do them. So I'm gonna have to put one spot on France for this to work out. Now the UK has attacked France. Well, no, obviously they didn't. That's just being sarcastic. I just want to be sarcastic. Can't believe how long this video is going to be edited for. I need to speak louder because I don't have a microphone. What was that one though? I should have just put my mouth closer to the screen, but that's more. Then it's more likely to get spit on, because I spit when I talk sometimes. But like, can't blame me. Whoa, come on. Ooh. Oh man, that had to happen. Let's get lit. You chill. Sorry, I'm at my clock's face right now, bro. Oh damn, they're coming close. They've almost done it. I don't get why France owns this little sea area. Like, it's just there somehow. The UK makes its spearhead to the middle of the country, cutting them into two pieces. One with the capital and one with Lyon. And obviously they go to this side first to finish off their coastline. And they keep Monaco's tightly tucked from war when they go to war with them. Let me remove the gold. That doesn't even... Bro, I feel like the only things I need are the city names or the country names. The gold is just useless, plus it gets in the way half the time. They circle Lyon. It's almost gone. They take Lyon, which results in their name being printed right on to France. I won't say printed right on, bro. Now they somehow share a land border with Germany. I mean, they are right next to Paris, but it's hard for them to get past because most of their defences are next to Paris. The UK has encircled France, and France is almost gone. I can't believe I've said France this many times. I just said it again. But like, sorry, voice crack again. France is just one square, then they finally surrender. I don't know why they'd fight for this long, even though they knew they were cooked from the beginning. Now they have a lot more options. They could go down to Brazil or Suriname. They're not going to go for Brazil yet. they're gonna try and get some bigger borders there. Bro, Hungary, that's Comoros. They used to have that though. And France, I mean. Not the UK though. France used to have Comoros. They attacked Belgium and Luxembourg at the same time. They could go and cut off Belgium from Luxembourg. Luxembourg already surrendered. But the UK is still at war with Belgium. They cut off Belgium's coastline and they cut off access for the Netherlands. Then Belgium surrenders. At least they didn't go for one square like Ireland. I think Ireland went for one square, but France I know definitely did. And, bro, the next target's not even in Europe. Yep, Suriname. I mean, Suriname knew it was coming, so they had all their defences lined up, but they knew the UK would have too much. They went on this side. And now they're going to get their first country that they used to have, like as a colony. And that's Guyana. Should I do a fun fact about every country I invade? Also, this is going to be a part of multiple part series. Because, maybe not actually. Yeah, I'm going to make this as long as I can. Well, not as long as I can. I'm going to make the UK take every country. The Netherlands is next. They make sure to finish off the Netherlands very quickly, and they do. Now they've moved their border up a bit. Now they've gone for Monaco, which obviously ends up like this. Then they go for the second biggest country they've invaded yet, Spain. They annex Andorra, because, I mean, Andorra actually chose to do it. The surprising request from Malta is, can I join yous? And the UK's like, hell yeah. I heard a story about a country not wanting to leave the UK, and that country was Malta. I actually don't know what they do. I don't know if they joined back in or not. But I'm just guessing at that point. Oh, there's a little bit here that wants to leave. Oh, there's a bit of a scab wanting to leave. Did you just get that? Do I have a scab pasta? No, that's a deranged part of me though. Like, I like eating things that aren't supposed to be eaten, like scab darts. And at least they're not like inedible, like you can't eat them. Like other things like metal. I don't know if you can eat metal or not. I mean, if you take all the splintery stuff off wood, you could eat that probably without crushing your teeth. I mean, you could probably eat a bit of metal, I don't know though. They actually forgot about Gibraltar, so they could have attacked Spain anyway. But, I go for this, and then they go for this. They take Seville. They take Seville. How do you pronounce that? I think it's Seville. Then Spain's taken out. Portugal just decides to join. They're not even going to get involved with war. They have Venezuela in their sights. This is definitely the biggest country they've fought so far. At 518 at the start of the war. Now they boarded Colombia, which is a huge achievement for a country in Western Europe. They managed to make it to the east area. They have Venezuela sandwiched now. They're going in for the south. And now they own oil. Oil where? United States 2026. They also give an ultimatum to Brazil, and they actually accept it. And it's to give this northern tip over because it just looks bad as a border. And the Brazilians actually agreed, so they just gave it to them. Don't know if they'd actually do that though. Oh, Maracaibo. What about that? That definitely needs to be green. Lit now. They do something surprising, and that's invading Switzerland. And then Switzerland actually just gives up. They wouldn't give up in real life. I actually don't know if they would. They just want to keep their neutrality, so they just accepted it. Slovenia just joins them, I guess. No, and they shouldn't have just destroyed. Yo, chill. Why would I do that? They take Milan first. Then they take Sardinia. Then they go for Sicily. Oh, actually, it's easy to get Sicily now. No one owns it. I'm just kidding. The Italians owned it. But like, Italy decides to surrender. San Marino just accepts defeat. And Vatican City is not even on the map. Germany is like, oh god, are we cooked? I mean, they've basically got the biggest border, other than probably Brazil. I think Brazil has the longest border though. The British attacked the Germans. And can you hear the rain? Because it is raining hard outside right now. After this, Germany just accepts defeat, and it's like this. So the Germans were actually just let off after that. But they did have to give this, like, literally every single city here. Well, that's just one city actually, Munich. I think there's another big city not included, Frankfurt. I don't know if Hanover's big enough to be on the map. But Germany's just shafted to the east now. Wait, did it? Germany east? East Germany! Or should I say, Ostdeutschland! They asked for this, and the Germans actually accept. Except they didn't realise it was supposed to be this in the treaty. Germany's like, you know what? Can I just join someone? And Poland's like, you know what? Do you want to join me? And Germany's like, nah, I'd win. And then they're like, oh, let's just stay. And the United Kingdom decides that they want to full-on annex Germany. So they just declare war on Germany for them to peace out, and then in the peace treaty they can do this. Like, Germany didn't accept that to be in the. They want that to be in the peace treaty, did they? I don't know if you could hear that because I was getting on the bed and my voice was far away, but the Germans were not expecting Oh my god, why would I look away? The Germans were not expecting to be just blown over. Denmark's around it now. Also, the British did not own this, so, like, I'm just gonna give it to them at this point. And after Denmark's surrender, the UK gets to have dibs on this. And Iceland just surrenders at this point, and they already just joined the UK. And now the UK is just a damn superpower at this point. And now the real biggest unless you count Denmark's Greenland to be a part of Denmark, although it's actually a part of actually, it is a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. Shut up, little Timmy! That was my best impression. Oh. Well, guys, I just got news that I'm home alone. Yo! Jeez, should not scream like that. Especially right next to the camera. I need to stop making weird noises like that as well. I think if I keep my head close enough to the camera, you should be able to hear me. Obviously, in the peace treaty, the UK would ask for this. Yeah, and just this. And then Brazil is like, you know what? Let's just declare war on them. Then the UK is like, I'm not expecting a war in the Amazon. Nah. They have to fight in the Amazon, which is slow. And it's just so slow. This fight. The Battle of the Amazon. This one's called. But it's a really slow battle. Because the UK invaded here in just like a year. But they were almost done with the coastline by then. They were almost done with the coastline. They were just on the Salvador in a year. They take Salvador in just under a week. Ooh, they go down the coast like this, and then this looks bad at first until you realise they want the major cities. Didn't even know this existed. They're next to Rio right now, which is a really good advantage point. The new owner of Christ the Redeemer for Britain. I don't know if I should just talk loud or be near the camera. Or should I do both? Why would I do this? Anyway, this would have been the outcome of the battle anyway. Yeah, this would have been the outcome of the battle anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that the UK's, let me check. The third largest on the map. Unless we're using the Mercator protection. Maybe not. Although it's definitely very big in South America. But because of all this fighting, the UK soldiers are just tired. But they've just recruited new ones. Yay! Although the new soldiers in question are not even British. They're from other countries! I swear I never put dishwasher enthusiasm into a video because I know this video's gonna flop. Because all of my videos flop. Don't even know if you're watching this far as well. This is why I need to actually edit videos though. Especially videos with dialogue. Like this one. But I always need to do this though. I always need to put my head near the camera. And that's what I do. I'm not even funny though. Blip. Poland's just surrounded by enemies at this point. I mean, they actually are surrounded by enemies. Oh. Let's just take this part. This is now British. They want to rename some of the cities. Like, some of the cities that probably don't even make sense in their country, and it's just hard to say. Although, they don't do it. They're waiting to do the Nordics. They fight 3 countries, actually 4, actually 5, actually 6. They fight all the countries that they border except Russia, because obviously Russia's just gonna crush them at this point. Because Russia's a part of the Big 4 military. It's a big jump. I mean, it's not that much of a big jump to the UK, because the UK is actually the next country. Yeah, they only beat one country after all of this conquest, and that's South Korea! Wait, what are the actual rankings now, though, actually? What are the rankings? I haven't seen the rankings since, like, 2024 or something. Maybe 25. By 25, I mean 2025. I mean, it wasn't that obvious. I always try to sound funny, even though I'm definitely not. I don't need to make the sounds. I'll probably get them already on my soundboard. A new challenger has approached, and they already gave up and said they'd just join them anyway. Ukraine's quite big. Should I just say this? Russia just has good relations with the rest of Europe now. Because they actually stopped invading Ukraine. Maybe I shouldn't be... Should I be talking about this? I mean, it is absolutely diabolical. Lithuania gives up. I forgot about this city, bro. Belarus gives up. Now it's just 1. Look at what you've done, Belarus. You've made it easy to get Kyiv. Now I can just declare war on the rest of the whole continent of South America, can't they? Oh, except for Chile. The first one to drop is Uruguay, then Ecuador, then Paraguay. Argentina's Panhandle comes after, because Argentina knew they'd go for that part, because that's their only land border. Except for that whole border with Paraguay. Bolivia's almost out. Bolivia's actually out, actually. Actually. Chili's gone. I said chili like a chili pig. I spaced that out so just in case I get copyrighted because of the theme song. Or should I say... I mean, I won't get copyrighted just for saying Peppa Pig, will I? Your video just got a copyright claim because you said Peppa Pig. Maybe not. I can't act this out. I'm not funny. My humor's just not there. No, why is Bro in there? Chili just gives up. Like a chili pep. Next time on Newcastle TV. Don't live in Newcastle, actually. It's not even an exaggeration. I'm not saying that for views. I genuinely don't live in Newcastle. I mean, I do live in the UK. That's obvious because of my accent. What the fuck? I didn't say it. I actually didn't say it though. The only bit of coast is literally their capital, so like they're trying to wait this one out, but they still have Peru to deal with. But they gave up anyway because they knew they'd be goners. Argentina's just come to this though. Like they didn't even put their focus on Peru, and they just gave up. I mean, to be fair, Peru was correct. They would have been goners. But you don't need to just sacrifice it. Like, help your good buddy Argentina out. Wait, are they even buddy? S. Nah, the UK's just an entire continent now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I should have already dealt with this. They should also have French Polynesia and New Caledonia because that's a part of France. Or should have. Or was a part of France, I guess. Now it's a part of the UK. The rest of the Balkans, minus Turkey if you count them as Balkan. I mean, they did own the Balkans. But that was before World War One. This is the outcome that I was expecting in Europe. Because, according to my calculations, they're the strongest in Europe minus Russia. But that's outdated business. They can't fight Russia yet because they still have to pass up. But they still have to pass up China before they get there. But I feel like, in terms of like everything, China's beat Russia. Like, in terms of literally everything, China's beaten Russia. But, like, in terms of military and size, Russia's got the edge there. With all their military stronger, China's got so much more economy. It's a straight line. Oh, yeah, I'm not talking about that country. Well, it's not even a country, bro. I just called Kurdistan a country. It's not! Now I'm gonna get hate because I said what I mean by that. Yeah, maybe I do have to split this into parts. Yep. Part 2, Part 2 coming soon. See you guys later. Bye!